And we're good.
All right, welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is John. We are back with the One Ring. We are joined by Eric, Doon, and David. Todd is not able to make it this evening, and we are on session 5. The group is still just outside Tharbad, trying to determine the best way to get inside so that they can cross the Gray Flood and finally make the last leg of their journey to the west gate of Moria. Last time we picked up with the group camped outside of what turned out to be some like a caravan group that they actually saw out in Bree on their way here. Part of the group that they saw in Bree apparently we're bringing some criminals to be turned in for for bounty at Tharbad, and one of those two criminals happened to be Jonna Leaping, who is being sought after by Orithel, the contact in the Tharbad region that was given to them by their patron, Daza. Along with Jonna Leaping, there was also a cobbler who claims to have been wrongly accused of ripping off one of the sons of Gurnau, who is the bandit king who rules Tharbad. He is the group decided to free both of them by convincing the caravan leader that they will have opportunities open to them with the dwarves of the Blue Mountains if they get into the good graces of the soon-to-be formed Dwarven Council, who will evaluate the possibility of retaking Moria. So the group freed them and returned to the bonfire area where Orithel normally meets with Jonna Leaping and talked to her about allowing them to use Jonna Leaping to get across the river. And she is concerned that if Gurnau gets his hands on Jonna Leaping, he will be persuaded in a rather unpleasant manner to turn over his contact, who is a ranger that is undercover inside of Tharbad within Gurnau's his retinue, and it turns out that this ranger that Orithel is worried about is actually her daughter.
I have written in my notes the ranger's name is Gwylith. Is that correct? Gwylith?
Yes, Willith. That is correct.
So Gwylith is Orithel's daughter, and
Yes.
she's inside on Gurnau's in Gurnau's crew, and is the one who
Yes.
would be securing us passage across the Grey Flood, but where there's lots of intrigue.
Yes. So essentially, Jonna Leaping was the go-between between Orithel and Gwylith.
Mm-hmm.
He passed notes out of Tharbad, or into and out of Tharbad, so that they could communicate to one another. But he was missing for several weeks, and turns out he's being, Gurnau apparently knows that this is taking place and is basically the reason that there is a bounty on Jonna Leaping's head is because he wants to know what's going on.
He wants to know who the
And
rat is, and the rat is Gwylith.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Well, so he doesn't know that Gwyneth is a ranger, uh,
Uh-huh.
and doesn't know that she's undercover in Tharbad.
Right. Right.
He just knows that John Leaping has been passing notes under his nose,
Mm-hmm.
under Gurnau's nose. He doesn't hide the note under his nose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
So, all right. So, yeah, we're going to pick up back in this discussion. Orthel just revealed Gwyneth is her daughter. And she is concerned that going along with this is going to could potentially cost Gwyneth her life.
Of course. That's to be understood. Orthel. The prestigious ranger lineage must be protected. That we understand that. So I want to talk above the table. Is there any do we want as a group to try to liberate Tharbad and try to upturn the whole freaking political structure of Tharbad, or do we want to just try to get across the river? Because we could, we could try to do that. And I feel like if we want to, John suggested that we might want Tharbad as a safe haven, or there's a name for it.
No, yeah, that's fine. Safe haven is. I'm not sure about the actual official term, but
yeah. So,
yes,
but if we want to do that, I think
we
do need to totally change the political structure. I don't think it should be safe if Gurnau and Tharbad are in charge.
So
Gurnau is in charge.
There's
just to be right. Yeah, there's Gurnau, who's the captain, and then his two sons, Thurnau and Grunau.
Grunau, yeah.
Yeah. So you don't need to necessarily overthrow Gurnau for it to be a safe haven. You just need to get in his good graces, so that
oh wow,
so
let's betray the Rangers. Let's do it.
So, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be by betraying the Rangers. I'm just saying that if you can arrange the ability to come and go as you please in Tharbad, however you achieve that, it will officially be a safe haven for you to do a fellowship phase in.
Okay. I mean, blunt team.
Well, I don't think he's a very good person. So, from what we've heard, yeah. So, in order for us to get in his good graces, I'm sure we would probably have to end up doing something that may not be.
Metagame. As a team, do we think we need a fellowship phase before we reach Moria? Or do we think we can push to Moria and then because if we push to Moria and we complete whatever we're doing there, we can fast travel back to the Shire or Bree or someplace safe,
Well, I mean,
so go ahead.
I assumed if we finish whatever we do in Moria, that's the end of the campaign. So.
Okay.
So a couple notes. To help inform your decision a little bit. Getting to Moria and doing what you want to do there is not going to be a straightforward thing. It's
going to be difficult.
Two sessions in Moria and then we leave and we're done. It's going to be at least, even if you fast track it, it's going to be 10 sessions inside of Moria.
Yeah. Oh, now, wow.
It doesn't have to be 10 sessions, with no fellowship phase.
Yeah.
You can come and go as you please. Essentially, think of a fellowship phase as your ability to reset the state of your character and improve you
Right.
even further. So you're
Super long
you're
rest.
building up. Yeah, you're building up all of this, weariness or I'm sorry, fatigue,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get rid of that a little bit without doing the fellowship phase, but it's never going to go completely away. Your shadow is never going to go away over the course of your adventure phase.
And does the hope completely reset during the fellowship, or is that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
That seems
So
pretty. Unless it's something we're missing, that seems pretty harsh. That Starbad is the. Seems like it's going to be the end all be all for us.
I mean, it's interesting,
because,
right? Because I don't think we've gone so far that we have to fully recover right now. But
well,
if the big
No,
the big task is in front of us, then we do want to have the ability to.
well, from the looks of it, and I could be wrong, but Rivendell. Once we're at Moria, Rivendell isn't that far away
that's true.
versus Starbad.
It's essentially the same distance. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
you guys just chose to go this way.
yeah.
There
So-
is
220 miles to Starbad. And 200 miles to Rivendell, so Rivendell is just slightly closer. Thank you, ruler.
So,
the reason I say
yeah.
that is because we don't have to sell our souls to, get in that guy's good graces with Starbad.
Well, my concern is
We're
either
gonna be
way
beat up
is
once we get there.
yeah. Getting there is going to be hard, and going back to either of those places is through wilderness, which is going to be harder.
Yeah.
Well, do we know what Austin? What is it?
Ostendale is a destroyed
Ostendale.
human settlement.
It's destroyed. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I guess it was. John, didn't you say it was in the Rings of Power series or something?
Yes,
Shortly?
that's the city. That's the city where Celebrimbor was forging the rings in the last season, the second season.
Okay.
So it's probably not an important place or anything. So
no, but it is a ruin. It is a ruin.
It is a ruin.
So it's
Okay.
not. It's not like there's. There might even be interesting things there. There could be treasure there. You don't know, but it is not an inhabited city.
Okay, so it's not a safe.
Or at least not inhabited by humans or elves.
yeah.
Okay.
Or dwarves.
So that's so Calriel would think that Starbad would not be something that he would be interested in allying himself with, especially with his home being, a relative, quote unquote, distance, reachable distance.
As Borland, I'm not interested in meddling in local politics. Our mission lies in Moria, not here. Our mission here is to cross the Gare flood. If we can gain passage, that seems to be our priority. And if we need to make our way to Rivendell, seems like we should do that to collect ourselves rather than try to meddle in the local politics here at Starbad.
I think Faldor would probably be under the impression of not wanting to burn any bridges behind him, and he thinks that not helping them would anger their ranger contact and have us down one. And he's all for having another a safe haven close by. I mean, going to Rivendell is fine, but there's always good. It's always good to have more options.
Yeah, but it's you think it's an option to form an alliance with questionable
I don't know if we
leadership
could
of
form an
Starbad?
alliance or do. I don't know. He probably would. Go ahead.
Is there any way we can preserve Gwylith's cover, keep Gwylith in the good graces of Gurnau, and somehow gain passage, maybe we can. Can we make up a cover, some other story for John Leaping's message passing? Somehow
all right, let's
keep
talk
Willis.
Shadow.
The key here is to protect the Rangers' contact here in Bruno. I think
we may not be able to just have it both ways. We may just have to decide what
Yep.
So
Donna Leaping or
I assume you're. This is an open discussion.
I'm asking Orthel as well.
Okay. Orthel, speaks up and says, I think the most effective way will be that we kill John Leaping where he stands and find you another way into Tharbad.
I'm not laughing in character. Sorry. Oh boy!
Wow, I would Calder would blanch at that.
I don't see how that's going to help. It's like, here, you have this card to get in. Nah.
How does John react? I want to know. Yeah.
So John's eyes go wide
right
when she suggests this. She's like, "That's not necessary. You're not actually considering that, are you? What if we get Gwyleth out of there with the four of you? I could get all five of you across the river, and she could travel with you out of the city."
Does that sound like something Gwyleth would be amenable for, Orthel?
She thinks about it and says, "We would be giving up our insights into Gurnow's comings and goings and plans, but I would certainly take that over the potential death of my daughter. I am willing to assist with this if this is what you decide is the best course of action."
The Rangers have proven capable allies. We could. I don't see any harm in. I see only benefits in taking Gwyleth along with us if she's willing. Although it's hard to say for sure without her in our presence.
I'm just worried that it's going to make this area complete. I mean, we do have another way, but this area is just going to be somewhere we can't go this way anymore, basically.
And we can barely get in as it is now.
It's already enemy territory.
I mean, we're not. This is basically a one-way trip the way I'm seeing it.
That's what I assumed. It was in the first place, though. I didn't.
I didn't know. I thought maybe there was some kind of, I don't know, underground thing that we could go through that not even have to deal with the city proper.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, yes.
Apparently that's not a thing.
If we
I agree. That's what I thought it is.
I would be happy to.
So, I mean, I will say that
it's dangerous.
You don't know that there is no other way over the Grey Flood.
Yeah.
I pointed out last session there's another city at the mouth of the Grey Flood.
Yeah.
Right.
Londare. But that's a long way. That's a long way to go with no road.
That was a journey.
And you're yes. So the other thing is that crossing the Grey Flood without a boat isn't necessarily impossible. It's just it could be very dangerous. And the entire area is just wilderness with all sorts of nasty things in the area. So I don't want to say that it is impossible. This is literally the only way to get across the Grey Flood.
No, I know.
Is just
we may
it's
as
just
well
the
go
easiest.
north to the bridge and cross and go to Riverdale. Riverdale at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be open with my companions here. I think that if we weren't beholden to Daza here, I would say we should take our time and make and things more in a way that's a little bit more stable. However, given that time is of the essence and we know that others are on our way to to find Daza's armor, I think we should, prioritize expediency. Make it across the Grey Flood quickly here, and if we can gain the favor of Gwyleth, a ranger, to accompany us, I do believe that is the best path for us.
Well, I'll go with the group. It seems like my thoughts are kind of...
No.
I'm not the group. I'm one person here. Just
Well, I mean, you and Calriel seem to have the same thought of kind of being one and done with this place, and that's fine by me.
Yeah,
were it not for Daza, I would say we should do something different. But given our urgency, I think we need to get across the Grey Flood as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I only agreed to come this way because of Aldor's insistence on utilizing the contact that's here. Otherwise,
that is why they're there.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying. Otherwise, in character. Otherwise, I would have suggested us going through Rivendell. With my brethren. So, and I have no problem on the return trip, assuming we all are able to return.
I mean,
coming back via Rivendell.
Yeah,
and
I also
avoiding
wanted
this place.
I also wanted to go Tharbad way because there was more road, so I figured it was safer.
Oh yeah. Which may be true.
I feel as if this plan here to liberate or to liberate Gwyleth from Turnow's control is in the greatest interest of all of us here, and I'm looking here specifically at John Leaping and Orthel. Like we are all on the same page here. Like we can work together.
Okay.
Considering Orthel just said we can kill John Leaping.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. In the current situation, then that's what I would lean to as well. Then I agree with Borland. If it's possible.
How are Orthella and John Leaping feeling right now? Given that I'm suggesting we try to all survive together.
Yeah, I mean, so John Leaping says, yes, I think that's probably the best course of action. I know my way through the city, and I know where Orthel or where Gwyleth is, and I can get us across the river. So
there you go.
Yeah. That's what we should do, I think.
Will you accompany us as well, John Leaping? Have you interest in joining us to Moria? It will be hardship ahead, but riches may be promised.
I don't think I'm up to a task like that. I've heard horrible things about what lives in Moria. If it's all the same to you, I think I'm going to head south to Gondor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Borland makes note of this and thinks of John Leaping as a coward.
Wow. That's harsh.
And knows that if we need to cut John Leaping, we will. That's what Borland's thinking.
Wow. Okay. So.
So how do we proceed, John Leaping?
I guess I'm not sure how to proceed.
Yeah, how do we make contact with Gwyleth, and how do we get across the Grey Flood?
Well, first we have to get into Tharbad. I snuck out through some openings in the wall close to the river, but with this group out searching for me, I think we're going to need some sort of distraction. And
they're not an issue anymore. Remember, I had that really good roll last time.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks for that. Oh, really?
So, once it's dark, I think we can, I can just guide you into the city, and we'll get you across the river.
Okay. Done and done.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Minus the pony, right? Or are we?
Ooh.
I mean,
we could take the
I
pony.
can't remember if we discussed that.
If you can't sneak a pony in, what use are you? We could always turn you into the Gurnow as.
I mean, if we can get it over the wall, I think it'll be
okay.
a bit of a scramble.
No.
Well, there's a collapse. There's a collapse part of the wall. It's not treacherous, but it's a bit of an effort to get over it. I don't know if you would be able to make it. We could try.
I think we can.
It's
we can make it. Our pony is hardy and has made it through brambles and whatever else. We can make it.
Okay. My only other concern is that he might draw some attention. There aren't a lot of animals in there.
Animals?
The pony.
Yes, there's no beasts of. No one has any beasts of burden in there.
Okay.
There's some mounts that people that come and go. There's a stable for the scouts that Gurnow sends out, but I can't think of a time where I saw a pony wandering around town.
Oh,
we won't be wandering. We'll get to where we need to go.
At this point, I would say either give the pony to him or the Rangers. I'd rather not take a chance on us being discovered at this point, just because of the pony.
Out of character, I'm ready for an encounter with a pony. Like, I'm just ready to be wandering through the town with the pony and getting unsavory attention. But also, let's just get there. I'm ready to go. Let's go. But I mean, of course, whatever the group. Eric.
Chester.
Chester's proven himself. He made it through the brambles. We can't just leave Chester.
Did make it through the brambles eventually.
But
he did survive the wolf encounter. It was pretty quiet when the orcs walked by. I mean, he's one of us now, right?
Okay, all right.
And if worse comes to worse, we can use him as bait.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Leverage.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right.
I think we can make it. Be fine. Okay. Nobody's gonna mind. We're just gonna cross the Great Flood and emancipate Willith.
Okay.
John, just for no reason. The fellowship resets after this session, right?
The fellowship resets?
Fellowship points?
Oh, the fellowship points, yes.
Oh, so while we rest, should we recover hope?
Yeah, unless you think we're going to get in a fight.
We don't know. Like I said, that's the whole point, is to avoid a fight, and drawing attention to ourselves will potentially,
we're all pretty low on, we're about halfway. Everyone's at least halfway down.
We do have an evening of rest, or do we not have an evening of rest? Are we leaving right now?
Oh, we're leaving right now.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were leaving right now to take advantage of darkness.
It's haste.
Yeah, I mean, you could wait till the next night if you want to.
No.
We've kind of piddled around here quite a bit.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd be up for everybody taking at least 1 point get a hope refresh. That'd leave us one left over.
Do we need to rest for the fellowship to give us hope back, or how does that work?
Oh, I guess I don't know that.
No, it just happens automatically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Let's take as much hope let's take as much fellowship as we can and leave one remaining.
Session though, right?
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
So it resets every 2 sessions.
Right. So that's the beginning of next session.
Yes.
Right.
So I don't. I mean, I'm fine. I'm at half. You guys are at
Half. We're all at half.
Half.
I'll
So-
take one. I'll take it. Why not? Let's just take them
Yeah,
right now,
I'll
and
take
then
them.
we'll just exhaust
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
All right, I want to make a note in my notes about when hope resets, just to remind
Okay.
everybody.
Okay,
and me.
I have to find my character sheet and figure out what.
All right, so my hope is going to be.
Okay, so we're all taking one hope, and then there's one fellowship remaining. Is that right?
Yeah.
Meaning Elwing will not get one hope back. Is that right?
Yeah, he didn't come, so yeah, he doesn't get any help back.
Okay, so I'm taking one hope right now,
I mean,
and that's going to take a
Yeah,
fellowship. Doing it now, telling you.
okay.
All right, so it's the fellowship. It takes it off of our sheet, the fellowship, right?
The fellowship points are like a community thing.
Oh, there's
So-
5 total, so we actually only are taking 3.
Yes.
So we still have 2 fellowship points.
Oh, no,
Okay,
wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry. It refreshed it. This is the 5th session. So that's an odd number. So it refreshed this session, and it will refresh again on the 7th session.
So
Okay, so I
I
won't take a
was
hope
thinking it
now.
was-
I thought.
Yeah, sorry,
we
because
had
you guys spent a whole bunch of it last time. I don't think you spent
Okay.
all of it, but
because we used a bunch, and the last one we had in February, right before we went to the camp, and then the whole camp session
Mhm.
was last week. Because I thought that's when.
oh, okay. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm confusing
I
it.
feel like
All right, we'll
I
just
feel
say-
like that's
we'll
right. I
just
feel like
say
it should
what-
refresh next time. I feel like it. I feel that way, but
Okay, all right. That's what we'll do. That's fine. I'm not too picky about it.
All right. Now I'm a little confused because on my character sheet there's a fellowship, and then there's the actual fellowship. Which one am I supposed to be taking stuff off of?
Oh,
fellowship
Yeah.
on my character sheet is
Oh,
0. I don't know what that is.
Fellowship on mine is
Yeah.
at 4,
yeah, mine too.
so I'm not sure what that is.
so let's. So I'll have to look into the notes
Okay.
on the game system and Foundry to
Okay.
figure that out. But let's just in on the fellowship token.
Yeah,
If you
Mhm.
open that up,
yeah. There's 5.
Mhm.
this is going to be the master record of what is
Mhm.
available.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All
Okay,
right,
so there's 5 out of 5 in fellowship right now, and we're going to take
what-
3 of them and make it 2 out of 5 right now, and it's
Alright,
going to
I'll do it
refresh
right now.
next session.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm
And
changing my
already
hope
up
from
my
6 to
character
7.
by 1. Yeah, I already upped mine up to 7.
Okay, that looks good.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to leave right away to
Yep.
get to make your way into.
We're leaving right away, and
Okay.
John Leaping is leading us over the broken portal wall that we can take Chester across and, get to find Gwyleth and make it to the Grey Flood passing, and, we'll probably run into some ruffians, but sure we can make our way out of that, no problem.
Right. So, I'm good since there is some travel on the map.
Hmm.
I'm
One
going
hex,
to
yeah.
say that it is going to cost you one. I keep forgetting what the term is. One fatigue. So add one fatigue to your current totals to get there.
There it is.
So you haven't slept in a while, and you are pressing on through the night, and
I'm
you
getting
make
there.
it
I'm
to
going to need some rest
Tharbad.
after Tharbad.
Where's
You
fatigue
guys-
again? I'm sorry.
It's under
It should be all the way at the bottom.
resources.
Or no, I'm sorry, halfway down under resources. You add it to the little square or diamond
Oh, I see
at the
it.
bottom right of the load.
Gotcha.
All right. So you guys finally get to see the Tharbad map.
Sweet. We get a Tharbad map.
So I don't think
Oh
I don't
wow.
have fog of war. I don't have fog of war
No,
on
we can
here,
see
right?
the whole city.
No.
You guys can see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot bigger
All
than
right.
Yeah, me too.
You shall not pass. It says.
Well, each hex is 20 miles. So
No.
What?
I mean, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was going to be this big.
So what part of the wall are we crossing?
all right. So I'm gonna put your token on the map here. Make it a little bit smaller. I guess.
Right by the ghost
Since
pit.
it's
That doesn't sound
way
obvious.
off. The
Let's say the ghost pit. Is that what that says? Oh wow.
yeah.
We
So
could probably have a whole campaign here.
yep.
Don't worry,
So
Gabrielle. It's just a name. It's
House
actually a
without
ghost
windows.
crevice.
So it looks like that the river feeds some sort of moat or something that goes around this city.
Mm-hmm.
But because of there is a whole bunch of rubble that has fallen into the moat, and there is a place that John a Leaping guides you to where this like the moat is only about ankle deep because of all the rubble that fell into it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where you're crossing.
Very nice.
There is the remnants of a wall directly ahead of you. There's pieces to the left and right that are still fairly built up, but the rubble that filled in the moat almost looks like it flowed away from the city, and like there was some sort of explosion or something on the inside of the city, and all this rubble almost makes like a ramp over the moat and up over the wall.
Nice.
There are large chunks of like it looks like it's marble that you need to walk across. And this is what John a Leaping was referring to when he didn't know if Chester was going to be able to make it across.
I feel like Chester's having no problem, but I'm pushing him from the ass.
So, okay, so you're actually going to have to convince Chester to make his way across this rubble because it is very uneven. And it is not natural for a pony to be walking across.
Who's got a stick with a carrot?
Well, so it said, Doon, you said Borland is going to be pushing from his ass?
Yeah, maybe I'm just helping with athletics. Is that a help?
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, unless somebody else has a better solution of how you're going to try to get convince Chester to cross, we could just do athletics, or you could assist with athletics.
My athletics is decent. I'm trained, and I have 2 pips, and my TN is 14. But
yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
All right, does anybody want to help Borland somehow? Remember, to help, you need to be at least trained in it. You don't necessarily have to, be.
I'll help.
One of your specialties. With athletics or with something else?
Can it be athletics, or does it have to be something different?
No, if it makes sense, you can.
Oh, okay.
You can convince me. You can try to do something else.
I thought you were going to use. Would that have been courtesy to use a carrot? Would that be courtesy?
No, Curtis. I don't think courtesy is going to work on a pony. But if you want to use a carrot, I would say it'd be persuade.
Just regular persuade. Okay.
I was thinking could I use scan to see if I could find like the most optimal path across?
Yeah, you lead the way. I'll push him in your direction.
Yeah.
I got 3 pips in scan, so.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you trained in scan? You want to actually do the roll?
I am not trained in scan.
Okay, I'll do the roll.
Okay. All right. So
I give up a hope.
Baldur is going to spend
Right?
a hope. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's going to give Borland an extra die
Okay, I'm
with
clicking
his
on
roll.
support from a companion.
That's right.
And that's it? Just roll like that?
Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
Go.
Whatever I think Chester, it feels
Oh, look at me.
Nice.
Great success.
Easy.
All right.
Chester's a champion, okay? Don't doubt Chester.
You got an extra success. A few options from the standard list that might be good here would be you do it quickly. So Chester does not, like, you easily can convince him to make his way across much more quickly than anyone anticipated. You could also do it without drawing attention.
Definitely no
I like-
attention. Definitely no
I
attention.
think I like that one.
Yeah, definitely no attention. We're gonna push. I'm gonna push this pony, and the pony's not gonna like bray or make any weird draw attention. We got it. You lead the way.
All right.
Who's leading the way? Calriel?
Am I? I thought
who-
John Leaping was.
No,
leading.
Faldor was.
Oh,
He
Faldor.
was
Faldor.
fighting,
Yeah. Toward Faldor. That way.
Yeah,
That way.
Yeah.
Go, Chester.
All right. Yeah. So Chester is a little bit reluctant, but quickly acquiesces when Borland starts pushing on his butt, forcing him to go forward.
Pushing his butt. But okay. Go.
And Faldor has his reins and is guiding him around the larger obstacles, finding the optimal path. And you quickly make it across onto the other side of the wall. As soon as you make it across, Calriel feels an extreme sense of foreboding that is emanating from this large pit to the southeast of where you crossed. Calriel senses something. He senses death and something very ancient coming from that direction.
Would I have possibly heard a legend or rumor or something of foreboding related to this city?
Let's find out. Do a lore roll.
Okay.
Ooh. Got a Gandalf?
Again.
All right.
Automatic success.
You got... Okay, so you just got the one success, no sixes. Yes, so you know that the battle here that took place during the Second Age, which is, you're in the Third Age right now, there was the humans that lived in the city in the prior age fought against a large army of Sauron. And it is said that one of the elves that carried one of the rings of power was struck down inside of this city.
Oh, wow.
And it is quite possible that they died where this pit is. So essentially this pit, it almost looks like a crater, but it is not. Okay. It's not like a perfect sphere, like like an impact crater would be. But it is pretty large. It's about 400 or 500 yards across.
That might have been ground zero for this calamity.
It's quite possible. The one thing that Calriel notices that Borland and Faldor don't, because they're dwarves, is that there is not a single living plant or animal in the proximity of this pit.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we're through the pit, right? I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Probably be the quickest far out. Calria, what's wrong? When you seem something's upsetting you, what's going on?
There's the tinge of great death and suffering here. Specifically, and I say specifically at the epicenter of that grave is what it is. It's a massive grave.
John Leaping speaks up and says, "No one goes near this area. That's why I think it's safe to cross here. I would not recommend going in there. We've heard stories of people in the area never being heard from again." And there's some sort of sorceress or something that lives in that house over there, and he points to the far side of the pit, approximately over here, and you can just make out the remnants of a building there. It looks like an old, like it may even have been a house at some point. But it's surprisingly the only structure that's standing in its entirety that you can see in the immediate area. Everything else around here is rubble.
Do we see any light or anything coming from it? Candlelight or anything?
No, you don't see any light coming up, but because of Cariel's keen eyesight, he can tell that there is something obscuring all of the windows.
Okay. Well, that's good. That means they can't see us, hopefully.
Is it the middle of the night, or is it like just past sunset, or like what are we dealing with here?
It is the middle of the night, but there we'll say there's a full or an almost full moon, so there's a lot of moonlight. Yeah, I mean you can't see extreme detail. But you can see pretty far, and you can see movement.
Yeah, it's okay. We have dark vision. We're all dwarves and elves here.
Do dwarves have dark? There, I don't think there is dark vision.
Sure. They do if you take a certain valor thing.
Oh, there's actually a skill in this game.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I got one more interruption. Sorry, I'll be right back again. Sorry.
Okay, sure.
So John Leaping, we want to make contact with Gwyleth as soon as possible. Which way do we go? Away from this unholy pit, I assume.
I don't really want to hang around.
Yes, the city is mostly concentrated in the center, and he points in the distance to the southwest of you. You can see that there are a number of structures that are still standing here. He points out that this one here, which has the 7 on it, is the main prison.
The prison?
Yes.
Okay.
It's known as the Garth Tauron, which is it was basically like a citadel that, in fact, Faldor probably knows this. This was like the inner sanctum. If all else failed during a siege, everyone would collapse down into the citadel. And apparently, it's been turned into a prison at this point. And you can see the remnant.
Where's Gurnau's?
Gurnau resides in the palace.
Okay.
And he points out this area right here, which has 2 large spires, which give it a decent view of the area, and it has battlements around it for protection. And then he points out the Hellcar Tower, which is the main lookout on the north bank of the river. This is in pretty bad shape. In fact, you both Faldor and Borlin, being dwarves, think that whoever goes up into the top of this tower to operate as a lookout is taking their life into their hands because the tower is in such bad structural condition.
There's like a chunk taken out of it. There's like
yeah. It's basically being supported by two sides instead of 3 or 4.
I see.
So it's almost like the whole, a whole face and a little bit more of the adjacent side fell off. And it's possible that is what took out the bridge.
Baldor sheds a tear at the shoddy workmanship or state all the stone is.
It probably was very impressive when it was, like several hundred years ago when it was, still being used actively.
So John Leaping, are you suggesting we cross the Grey Flood from the tower?
No, the bridge is broken. The way across is on the southwestern side of the city. So we're going to have to either skirt around the outside or pass straight through. And you can't quite see it, but he basically explains that the ferries they cross here and go across to the Great Port.
And how do we make contact with Gwyleth? How do you normally make contact with Gwyleth?
Well, she generally leaves a light on in one of the houses in this area here.
Okay.
And I know to go inside of that house that evening to find a letter.
Very good. Let's make our way around the outskirts, avoid the prison and the palace, and look for that light. And hopefully, as soon as we see something, we can catch up to Gwyleth and actually be able to make contact with her beyond just a note passing.
So, you said you guys wanted.
What my load was, so I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
We'll make it. Are we okay?
So you said you want to avoid the city? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to make our way around the outskirts, so along the moat, right? So try to avoid as much. Maybe we'll see someone, but try to avoid people as much as possible, and make our way to the outer districts where we can see into the town.
Yeah, like hug the outside wall.
Yep.
All right.
I'll ask John Leaping what kind of resistance we would find along the outside of the wall, going or hugging the wall. Mostly because I'm kind of metagaming here, and I noticed there's something called the Ram right here, so I'm figuring something's going on right there.
Oh no, the Ram is essentially the it's the main causeway around the wall.
I got you.
So this is it also goes across at the outside or the other side.
Gotcha.
So essentially, the Ram is it in the when this was a fully functioning city, the Ram would be exclusively used by guards. So they would be responsible for doing patrols on this side of the wall to prevent people from doing exactly what you're doing. And then there would also be people up on the ramparts walking along the wall, looking down outside of the city. So that's what the Ram is. So John says, it's pretty heavily patrolled, but I don't know if we're careful, we may be able to make our way across. I think if we pass through the city itself, we may be able to blend in, but I don't know, with this pony, it may attract attention, like I said. Oh wait, it looks like Doon had to step away too.
Yeah.
David, are you back? All right, why don't we take a quick break, Eric?
Okay, we're taking a break.
I don't want you making Decisions for everybody.
Everybody gives me all their money, and I retire.
All right, sounds fair.
Everybody agrees. Okay. Oh,
you're back. Okay. So John basically said that there are patrols along the path of the ram path, and so you may be able to sneak across, but it's pretty far, and you might be able to blend in if you go through the city, except the pony might attract some attention.
Okay, so what did I agree to? Are we going the ram or the city?
Still discussing it.
Oh,
we can wait for David to come back. Or
is there what kind of like debris and jets and stuff? Laying around here.
It's pretty much what you see on the map. I mean, between here and the bridge, like the gate to go inside, the only significant amount of debris is in this area here.
Well,
this is all pretty open.
There's
some brush and stuff you could hide around, but
I have a dumb idea. A very dumb idea. If we can find the remains of a cart, we can put it around Chester and pretend that he's a cart that we're pulling.
I
don't know.
I don't think this will work, but I'm on board.
I don't think so either.
I mean, we might as well just do it, and then if we encounter anyone along the ram, we tell them, you didn't see nothing but a cart.
Why is your cart shitting on the floor? Oh, God.
I'm imagining like a A-Team montage of you guys. You guys like sawing the center of the cart out and lifting it up over of Chester.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I just think the ram is the way to go. Maybe we're more likely to see patrols, but if we see a patrol, we give them a hard time, tell them to ignore everything they saw, and if they aren't amenable to that, then we teach them a lesson.
I do want to wait for David to get back.
I'm here.
David's
I'm
back.
I'm
okay.
here, yeah.
All right, did you just hear that?
Just the tail end.
Yeah, so there's patrols along the ram, and otherwise it might be easier to just blend in the city, or like going directly through the palace and like past the palace and the prison, but the pony might draw attention. Oh, so wait, were you saying disguise the pony and take it through the city, or disguise the pony and take it along the ram?
Either.
Disguise the pony as what? As who?
A cart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I like it.
I said it was a dumb idea.
Adventure with Dwarves.
We're following John Leaping's. He's the tour guide, right? More or less. Is that correct or no?
That's right. He knows the
yes, yeah. He can guide you exactly where you need to go, but he's not sure with having Chester with you whether it'd be better to sneak along the wall or to just go through the city.
And you might have missed, David. Our ultimate goal is that Gwyleth usually sets a light on in one of the buildings in like the city area.
Yeah.
And that's where, and that's basically how John Leaping passes his messages with. So
I say city. I mean, we know we're going to encounter patrols if we go along the Ram way. So
maybe we can sneak through the city. Okay. Are we going to try to disguise Chester? You're on board with disguising Chester as a cart?
I don't see how we're going to do that, but sure.
Yeah. I say we didn't find the parts later on, so I don't.
Yeah, are there cart parts around that we could try to do that with? That's what
I mean, you'd have to search the area. I mean, You don't see any remnants of any carts, but there may be some.
We're trying to take
over
advantage
here or something
night,
like that.
So I say let's just go.
I'm proud of my dwarven craftsmanship, and I think I can make this pony look like a cart. If we just spend just take a moment to look for some pieces, I can.
Well,
I believe in it, but it's up to you guys.
Not here around this ghost pit, no.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea over here.
Then let's just go. What happens when we see someone?
I mean,
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I mean, Chester was pretty good, pretty stealthy across the.
Lie and say that we're merchants,
all right, Chester.
Visiting the city or whatever. I don't,
Okay, you do the lying. Chester, act cool.
Chester, act cool. He puts on sunglasses.
Yeah, so hopefully I don't have any more senior citizen alerts.
Oh wait, so just to confirm with the group, we are trying to meet Gwyleth, and we're gonna go look for that light in a building. Like that's our plan here.
I thought that's what you guys said. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I just want to make sure we don't have to do it that way. We can try to find Gwyleth another way, but that's normally how Gwyleth communicates with John. Believe me.
Before we head out, what about skirting the inner wall there? We can't draw, or can we?
Mid
skirting it.
This.
Yeah, around that area. Yeah, where Doon is following that wall. Yeah, but on the outside of it. So we would go underneath the bridge here.
Oh, okay.
Just to the north of where Doon's line is.
Oh, underneath. So you want to go through like this
into the outer districts and
yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm just trying to stay as far away from the center of town as possible, especially with 2 being where the King Baron Bear and family is.
Okay. So we're broadly going like this.
Yeah. So we're not right next to the ram, but we're not in city proper. And plus, it is nighttime, so
maybe everyone's asleep.
But I mean, it is a town of ne'er-do-wells. Who knows what they do at night?
Okay, I'm with it.
Okay, that's the plan.
All right.
We're going roughly through, try to avoid the main road.
Yes.
Give me just 1 second.
We should have went to this well over here. I think that's probably where we should have went.
I'm sure Chester could climb down a well.
I bet he could.
That'd be fun to go to the underground.
Yeah.
Well, we got plenty of underground to go ahead of you. More than you'll ever want.
Funny thing about underground.
Much more comfortable down there.
Sorry, I'm just looking something up real quick.
That's all right. I know I've made you guys wait.
Sounds like, how do I kill a bunch of idiots but make it look like an accident?
I'm still wondering about Gwyleth, how we're going to find Gwyleth. I assume we have some...
Yeah, that I don't know. Well, I'm assuming her mom knows what she looks like.
Yeah. She looks just like her mother, just younger, hotter version.
Well, Orthel isn't with you, so...
Oh, she isn't?
Oh.
No. Orthel stayed back at the bonfire.
Oh, I thought she said she was all for that idea of doing that. Okay.
Well, she's for the idea, but we're doing it.
Oh.
So it's just us and John and leaving, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
5 of you.
Okay.
Well, the 6 of you, including Chester.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Including Chester.
So, all right. So you're going to have to make a series of stealth rolls.
Rolls. Perfect.
Here we go.
Perfect.
There's going to be a number of...
Why am I not stealthy?
Of patrols. A number of patrol. Yeah, I think it's actually Elwing that is the stealthy one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
you're going to have to make a series of stealth rolls, and then we're also going to do a single. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
That's the best one to do.
Checking y'all's stats.
Hey, I'm going to say I'm probably going to say you guys can choose whether it's going to be a athletics, travel, or scan in order to find the path that has the least number of patrols.
So I know one of you guys is good at athletics. So.
I'm good at travel, and I'm good at scanning. My wits is a 15, and I have 3 in scan. My heart is 16, which is what travel is, and I have 3 in travel.
Wow.
So I'm going to tell you the advantages and disadvantages of doing each one.
Okay.
So if you do athletics, you're going to get across very quickly, but you're going to take a penalty to your stealth rolls.
Nice. That's pretty good. Yeah.
If you do travel, you are going to take a longer amount of time, but you will have depending on your success, you will get 1 less stealth roll that you need to do.
Interesting.
Okay. If you pick scan, that's going to kind of be the middle of the road where you're kind of keeping an eye out on the patrols of everyone and finding a fairly straight route that minimizes that.
Right.
So the number of successes that you're going to get is going to determine how many of these stealth rolls you're going to come across.
I think Faldor Scan appears to be the strongest of our abilities.
Okay.
Scan, or I can do travel.
Or I can do athletics. I have 2 pips in athletics. And
Scan's
my
the middle of the
14.
road.
Scan's
the middle of the road. So
travel is
Scan. Yep.
Yeah, I think Faldor
I vote
Scan.
Scan.
And then I think Caloriel stealthing, if not Elwing.
No. I'm my stealthing. Elwing.
Oh, Elwing stealthing. Oh, if we do Faldor scanning and Elwing stealthing, I think that's very strong for our team.
Okay. I'm up for that.
Okay.
Everyone else is
much
more focused. I'm more.
Anybody want to give me a hand on this? I'll use a hope.
The board guy. What are you're doing?
I think the dwarves maybe work together to. The dwarves will work together to scan, and the elves will work together to stealth.
And my awareness help.
Yes.
As a dwarf,
I will say you can use your awareness to help with Elwing's stealth roll.
Right. So I got hope, and we got support from a companion.
I have scan. I'm going to spend a hope to help you scan Faldor.
All right. And what were you saying, David? I'm sorry.
I'll save it for the stealth roll.
Okay.
I'll save mine for the stealth roll.
All right. All right. So I got 1 fellowship and 5 S dice right now. Okay. I think that looks good. Come on. Hold on. I'm cracking my fingers. Okay. Oh, yes.
That looks like a path a pony could take.
All right.
And an extra success. Good.
Okay. So you are going to only have to succeed on 2 stealth rolls to get all the way across.
Okay.
You can use your extra success to either add an additional die to your stealth roll if you want, or you could try to reduce the time that it's going to take or something else if you can come up with it.
Reduce the time?
Honestly, I want the time because I feel like if we want to actually catch Gwyleth, we need to be there sooner. Because it's like Gwyleth sets that light and leaves a message. We actually have to catch her. We want to meet Gwyleth. We don't want to just like see her message.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. What do you think, Cal?
That's fine, but the time may also have something to do with potentially the number of patrols we meet. So yes, I agree.
No.
Time.
So
it won't.
there's going to be two. There's going to be two stealth tests. So essentially, there's two
regardless?
possible patrols
Okay,
that you're going to get. Yes.
So then,
So with the extra success, because he got 1-6, you can either get a bonus to both of those stealth rolls, or you can reduce the overall amount of time it takes to get across to the outer districts.
I don't know how time will affect us for good or bad then. So since we're getting two stealth rolls anyway.
Yeah, I don't know the effect of time.
I don't know.
So the time is
Borlandwood's time.
So the time is going to give you more twilight that you will be able to use as cover once you get to the outer districts.
Okay.
Because it's probably going to take at least 2 hours to get across to the outer districts, based off of the speed that you're moving.
And then we also need to cross the freaking Grey Flood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to find Willis as well.
There's a lot that has to happen.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. I still agree. Time, I guess.
Okay, it's up to you.
Okay.
Who's making it? Are we all making the stealth roll, or is it just someone we pick?
No, there'll be. It's going to be. Yeah, I think it's Elwing making the stealth roll.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get assistance from Calriel. And then it's going to be a versus against the two patrols that you are, that you're going to have to avoid. So,
I give her a hope, and she's my focus.
Okay, so she'll get two.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So we're going we are going with time then, right?
Yeah, we'll go with time, and then this is the stealth roll coming up.
Okay.
Down to 5.
What was? Oh, that's like it was /RDF, right, for a feat die.
I don't know. I've never rolled it like that.
I think that's right. All right, I'm going to spend a point of hate for the first patrol.
Wow.
This is the first. I think.
Can we spend hope on this? Let's spend the fellowship or hope or whatever we have. Let's spend something on this.
I did.
Good.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, Calriel did. But can Elwing spend a hope? I don't know if that's fair.
Yes. Yep. Elwing can too if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
no. Do we want to set a precedence that we can spend the hope of a player?
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to set that precedence, that's fine. I mean, I
personally don't mind if you spend my hope when I'm not here.
Okay.
But I don't know how everyone else
okay with that?
I mean,
is everyone okay? Okay?
I don't care. Yeah,
I mean, I don't care as long as it's not going to make the character go miserable.
Yeah.
I agree.
Elwing is going to be steeped in shadow.
So we'll make that the one caveat then.
Yeah,
you can't make the character miserable by spending your hope.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Okay, so let me see if this is going to work for this patrol here.
Okay.
Yes. And okay. So you guys have to beat a 17.
Wow.
Jeez.
Because he succeeds with that.
That's why we're spending.
All right. So let me pull up Elwing's.
What's a hate die now? Roll? Is that like
it's the opposite of hope, essentially?
Okay. The bad guy.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more limited. So like this character has 2.
Okay.
So.
Gurnow's so hateful.
All right. So we are doing she's spending a hope, we said, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's spending one of her hopes, and then I gave her 2 assistants.
Yep. Right. So and since she's your focus, that's going to give her 2 extra, right?
Yes, 2 extra. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Nice.
And
Very
she
nice.
succeeded.
Easy
All right,
job.
so
that was a wise
as
move.
Yeah, it was.
you successfully made it up to this area when you spotted the first patrol, which was traveling this way, and the group, or Elwing told the group to hold back, and then quickly you dashed over just as this person was turning around the corner, and it was now has all of this rubble, which is allowing you to pass up to this area. The issue here is that you see that there are guards walking back and forth through this bridge that are looking down. And you have to time your next movement so that you can pass out from under the bridge when you know that they are not looking. So you're going to be underneath of them. So this is going to require a bit more timing and observation as to the exact position of all of the guards. But once you make it under this bridge, you should be clear all the way to these buildings in the outer district here.
Okay.
All right. So we're doing the same thing, right?
Right. Everyone's spending the same?
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah. I'm going to spend the second of two fate, or of 2 8, I mean. Fate. So let's see what they get this time. Oh, did not roll very well.
Easy
In
town.
fact,
don't get cocky, guys. You can still go bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Go, Chester. Pretend you're a cart.
I guess I have to open the sheet again. I can't just re-click
So
it.
am I allowed to do the same thing?
Yeah. Do you want to spend another point of hope?
Yeah. We need to do this. Yeah.
Remember, we can always we have 2
Can we
fellowship
instantly
points
spend
back.
that fellowship and get our hope back?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So are we spending another point of Elwing's hope? She's down to 4. That would bring her down to 3.
Ooh, that's low. 3 is low.
Well, I'm at 4, so but we gotta get through.
Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta get through here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Same thing. Okay.
Oh,
Jesus!
Wow. Holy
That's
crap!
all right.
All right, 2 extraordinary successes.
Sweet.
What do we want to do with these 2
Time?
extra
Can we use time?
successes? Yes. So the extra success, I will allow you to. I was going to allow you to save an hour based off of Faldor's success, but because this is the halfway point, I will let you save a half hour, which each success you want to spend on it, or if you want to spend it on something, one of them, and get 1 half hour bonus, and then do something else with it. That's up to you.
I can think of something for the other one if you want to. I don't know if it's going to be above the bounds of possibility, but
I want to be able to stealth to the house that has the light.
I want to do one better than that and say we see someone walking to a house.
Ooh.
That we think might be her.
That would be even better.
If you want to spend both points,
yeah.
I won't allow you to, just run into her. But
I just want to say we see her walking. I don't say we fancy meeting you here, Ranger. Oh, okay.
So it is the middle of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the likelihood of you just bumping into her, especially in the area where she doesn't operate, is not likely. But I will allow you to notice a house that has a light on that John will be confident is most likely a signal to a signal for him. But that's going to require both your extra successes, not just one.
I'm not sure about that one. Go ahead, guys. What do you think?
I'm happy to use both successes if we have a chance, even just for the chance, to try to intercept her, because we need to meet her.
Yeah.
Like, we can run through the town to, like, try to get to her.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Yeah, for that, Kyle? All right.
Okay.
Chester, what do you think? Nay? Oh.
Eat your carrot.
Nay!
You never want to do anything, Chester. Come on.
All right. So you guys make it to the outer district, I'm sorry. And as you are getting situated and John is pointing out, the ferries are right over here. And, this is where you can literally see the houses now that, the different houses that Gwyleth uses for a signal. And then John points out and says, wait, there's a light on the second floor of this house.
Mm.
She uses that one sometimes. No one lives there.
I defer to him. He knows much more of what's going on here than I do. So
this is his city.
Yeah. Okay. So we take his lead.
I mean, I feel like we even just say, "Hey, Chester, you wait here," because we need to get there fast. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move it.
Okay. John was literally about to say that perhaps we can leave the pony here. I don't think we should leave him out on the streets. He probably won't last very long.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's run. Let's run and let's leave the pony in the shadows or whatever. Wherever.
Yeah, we'll keep him kind of tethered to a a bush or something where he'll just graze. We're far away from the non-plant area, right?
Oh yeah, that's the ghost pit, right? On the other side. Right. Yeah.
So
he'll
find something.
Yes. So you make your way. Are you literally running, or are you just walking quickly?
Walking quickly would be my preference.
Okay. All right. So here, I'll draw just so in case we only got like a half hour left. So I'm gonna say, oh no, wait, that didn't work. Redraw.
Half hour. Well, maybe we should discuss it a little bit longer now. We have a half hour left.
Yeah. Why Smith, run? That's what I think.
Why is it letting? It's not letting me do a free draw. What the hell?
You should be able to draw on anything you want. I don't know.
Want me to draw? What can I draw?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Well,
I'm just circling. I was just circling where you guys left. Left Chester. All right. So you guys make your way quickly across the street. You can hear that there seems to be still quite a bit of activity going on.
Really?
There is what sounds like some sort of party or something taking place across from the house. The one you're passing across from the house, Gwyleth's candle is lit. And there is, it sounds like it's not like a huge bash or anything, but there's probably a substantial amount of people inside of there. The streets seem fairly deserted. You see some guards wandering around once you get to this main street that both these houses are on. And there are a couple people that are passed out, slumped over against the wall of like this building here and right outside the party. They're probably passed out drunk.
Well, guys, I think this is actually to our favor. The loud noises from this party is going to help hide us. I think we should head right towards where the light is.
Absolutely. Our priority is to make sure Gwyleth escape the area.
So there are no lights like coming from the house other than the candle that has been lit in the window. John said that no one lives here. When you get to the door and try it, it appears to be locked. He says, the door's never locked in the house that she signals in. It's always open, so I can get the note, go in, get it, and leave as fast as possible.
This isn't. This is concerning.
Yeah,
I think if this is not as you normally meet Gwyleth, we should be extra careful.
Yeah, what's the chance that this is actually a setup trying to capture him? Because isn't it the Lord Baron still looking for him?
That he is, yeah.
We do know this.
But who would? Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, if it's locked, what other options do we have anyway?
You need to get in here. Anyone know how to pick a lock?
Elwing, maybe.
Elwing does not know how to pick a lock.
No? Okay, I want to kick this door in.
Okay. You can, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, you don't have to, there's other ways you have access.
If my party says no one knows how to pick a lock, I don't hesitate.
Is there a window, an unshuttered window available?
There is. The window with a candle in it is not closed. Or not open. It's not closed.
Does it look like something I can scale?
Acrobatics isn't my strong point, so I'll shift into guard mode.
It's just going to be it's going to be athletics to climb up the window.
Is it also just a curiosity?
Climb up the side of the building.
Is it also athletics to kick the door down?
It's noisy to kick the door down.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would also be athletics to kick the door down.
I feel like in character I'm not waiting, but I'm supposed to wait.
Oh well, if you want to do that, go right ahead.
I'm kicking this door down.
We can't
it's
stop
locked,
you.
And no one knows how to pick a lock.
If you're impulsive, yeah.
I could argue that I could use craft to try to figure out how to open the lock, but I don't know.
I don't think we have time because Borland is.
Borland's already taken, so
he's feeling a certain kind of way here.
Yeah, it would take time, but you could do it with craft.
Oh,
okay.
Well, too late.
I'm looking up at the window.
I thought the party was giving us cover, for sound, right? There's sound coming from the party, right?
I mean,
oh yeah.
It didn't sound like it was like a raunchy party. Let's.
It's a rave. It's a banger. I can hear the bass. It's thumping.
All right, so we're going to Shawshay it here. Okay, or Shawshay Redemption it here. Okay. Why do I always mention that in your game, John? Come on.
No.
I don't know. I don't want to cause the hell to rain down on us, but I also feel like I can just open this door. It's fine.
Hey, Doon. I want to see what combat's like in this game. It's been what, 2 months? And
I'm kicking the door. I'm kicking the door right now, and I'm not spending any hope.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, go for it.
Awesome. Automatic success. You got Gandalf.
Let's go, Gandalf. Oh my god, I needed that Gandalf. That was really pathetic extra dice.
Yeah. The door gives way with your stout leg just destroys the lock mechanism. The wood splinters and it opens. There is a just complete darkness inside. You don't seem to have disturbed any of the drunk people or the part. There doesn't seem, no one in the party seems to have. You haven't drawn their attention.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry upstairs. Is it upstairs that the light is lit, or is it on the first
floor?
Yes,
it's on the second floor. Yeah, it's on the second floor.
Yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, so John runs in. You guys, I assume, follow him. He goes upstairs. He starts rifling around in particular areas, saying she usually keeps the notes in one of these places, but I'm not finding any of them.
Calriel will stay down by the front door, just inside, keeping an eye out.
But I'll never do a scan, I guess. Try to help kind of look in the room. Is that what I would do? A scan and kind of find, to see if I can help him find it.
Yeah.
Okay,
go ahead and give me the scan roll. If Borland is doing anything, let me know.
Borland is with John Leaping. Like, we're running upstairs, and we're like,
okay.
Where is he?
I'll use a hope point, I guess, to help try to get this. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
No.
Yeah. You start, looking in other areas than the two that John is rifling through. And you notice that there appears to be a envelope sticking out of in between two books on a bookcase in the corner.
Okay, I'll point that out. Hey, look, guys, and I'll go ahead and pull at it.
Grab it. What is it?
You pull the note out of the envelope, and it seems to be some scribbling that is kind of difficult to read. Faldor is going to be able to piece it together pretty easily, I'm going to say. Simply because of how
it's like a riddle.
Of how many handwritten books and stuff that he's read, he's able to piece together just by context what the what this person is trying to say. And the note is asking for help in getting someone out of the prison, which I pointed out before, which is Garth Tauron. And there is someone significant to the Rangers that needs to be extricated from the city. It doesn't actually speak any names or anything like that. You don't know if that is because, if that's because they're trying to hide who it is specifically. But there are two little symbols at the bottom of the letter that Faldor does not recognize.
Our token. What is this?
What is it, Faldor?
What is
Well, or rather, I'll say, what's going on up there or in there?
The note says that there's someone of importance to the Rangers in the prison. They need help trying to break him or her out.
What?
I don't know if that could be Gelwin or somebody else.
Would John Leaping recognize whether or not that is her handwriting or not?
There's also some weird symbols at the bottom.
He looks at it and says, "This isn't Gwileth's writing. This is somebody else. How do they know that? How do they know the system we use?
It's a trap."
I feel like we would. Can we recognize if it's a Ranger's writing? Ranger?
And Faldor doesn't recognize those symbols at the bottom?
No, he does not recognize the two symbols at the bottom. They look like there's some sort of almost like an emblem or something.
Would I be
There's
able to
two
take
of
a look?
them.
Or would it matter?
It's going to be pretty difficult.
I mean,
I'm going to give you. I'm going to. If you want to try to do a lore,
yeah.
Faldor. Actually, I'll let Faldor do the lore too. It's up to you. But it's not immediately obvious what it is.
Okay, well, go ahead.
You guys
my
can
lore.
help if you want.
I'm favorite lore.
Okay.
I'm not rolling.
Not rolling. Okay.
All right. Is anybody? Are you going to help, Calrail?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Yep. I can only give him one die though.
That's fine.
Since we're not buddies.
No, sorry.
Not yet. We'll try to.
All right, and
you're
gonna get a penalty too.
Eric.
Yeah. So there's a one die penalty on it.
So that'll
all right.
cancel
So that goes.
out.
That's to the right. Okay. So I only have.
Yes.
So I have 2 Fs and 3 S's right now. Should I use a hope point?
Yes.
That's why they're there. I better use one.
Yeah. Or fellowship. Oh yeah.
Can we instantaneously gain fellowship back for Calrail and Faldor?
I guess we could at the end. Yeah.
Just take them. We're not fighting.
All right,
we're not fighting. Go take them.
Okay.
All right, rolling. Automatic success. I gotta gain.
All right.
My gosh, the Gandalf is saving our butts.
That's all right. Hey.
Take it.
All right. Faldor considers it for a moment, and then does Faldor have books with him?
I
a backpack,
do, but the only one I really made note of was I have that Moria book with me for the helping me with lore checks on Moria specifically.
I could have one. I didn't specify anything though, John. To be fair,
I mean that's the only one I specifically asked for, and that was more for the items we got.
There's a whole library on Chester's back.
I mean, I did say that was my armor,
and he's 500 feet away.
Yeah,
no, you have the armor, right? You have some like sweet tattoos that tell you lore.
So,
yes,
both being intellectuals, I would assume that Faldor and Calrail are kind of familiar with one another's books. Faldor says, tells Calrail to. I saw a note in there about some old legend, and he starts flipping through the book and points it out, and then Calrail realizes that these emblems are used on notes that wizards pass to one another.
Oh wow!
It's like Gandalf.
Wait, a wizard left this note? That's no way. That's crazy talk.
But with the intent of another wizard saying it, I don't understand. Very strange.
So it's not necessarily. Okay, I shouldn't say to each other. It's notes that wizards leave for their people in the know will know that.
Okay. That hence the code. It's coded. In other words, it's like what you're kind of saying. Okay. But
find Radagast. Oh, okay. The symbols were just bird crap. Oh, gross.
So I may be reading too much into it, but I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that my gut feeling is that I feel as though this wasn't necessarily left for us to find or Jonna Leaping to find because the coding is so difficult,
Yeah.
It's nothing against us, but we got lucky.
Do you understand these symbols, Jonna Leaping? Does Jonna Leaping understand them?
I've never seen them before.
No, he doesn't know. He's not learning like that.
Completely unlike anything that Wilf has ever left for me.
So not only who wrote it, but who did they leave it for is what Calrail is scratching his head about, And we know that I'm sorry, what's the woman's name?
Willith.
Willith, yes.
Or Orathel.
Willith didn't do this
okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
So there's still the question as to what happened to her.
Unless she's the one that's being talked about in the note.
There's no doubt Willith is the one imprisoned, right?
So now Willith is imprisoned, and other people know about it other than us now.
And we need to get out of this building because we just broke the door down.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that the authorities that be, Gurnau's people, know that this building.
John, did those guys find that information up in the area where the candle was lit, or have we not explored that yet?
Yeah, that's where the note was found.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
On the second floor in that room. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of those fellowship points while I'm thinking about it, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah. Yep. Please do. John O'Leaping.
I don't know.
Do you know what the defenses of the prison are like?
Prison.
There's Gurnau has maybe 15 to 20 men that patrol the prison, and there's a jailer too, who's a really nasty son of a bitch.
That's the one we got to worry about.
Is there any way inside the prison that's able to evade most of the guard?
I don't know. I've only been in there a couple times, thankfully. I can ask around. It's going to take some time and planning if we're going to try to get inside of there. Maybe we should just go. I can get you across the river.
How will you get us across the river?
I've got contacts at the port that can pull some strings, and they can get us across in the morning.
A ferry or a small boat of some sort?
Yeah, I know a couple of the ferrymen.
If you did get us across the river, would you continue to help Orathel and her daughter Willith, or what would your plan be?
Like I said, I'm
You're gonna go south.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of here.
I'm gonna go. I'm a leaping for Gondor.
Infiltrating a prison is surely a madman's quest.
I mean, Folder kind of smiles. So is going into a goblin and orc-filled ruin.
That's true. Touché. But, to what advantages? I mean,
Well, we kind of above table. I just noticed that I'm real close to getting past my load. So Valdor is getting close to being exhausted right now.
Yeah, I'm also happy to recover. So maybe we do want to make this a push and try to take the Tharbad. So in
you're
character,
not going to get much rest in prison.
I mean, if we're going to do this, we ought to do it right and save Tharbad, liberate it from the thralls of Gurnau.
What?
and take it for the Rangers. I believe Orathel and perhaps John O'Leaping can.
We're not an army. It's just the 3 or 4 of us here. How are we going to liberate a city?
I mean, I feel like if we're going to infiltrate the prison, the only good there are capable people here. If they know what's best for them, they will side with who they think will win a battle. I believe if we can take down Gurnau, we can take the city.
So I do want you guys to understand that it is okay to be weary. It is going to make life more difficult, but it's not the end of the world. So
it's gonna feel like the end of the world.
The end of the world is assaulting a prison and
Yeah, you're expected to become weary and miserable at some point. You might not want to do it right away, so I'm not trying to dissuade you.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we
from
come
whatever
weary now,
course
we're
of
at the
action you
beginning
take.
of our journey. That's how I feel. I feel like, and if we're gonna try to take Thor now, we better just do it right, rather than just do it and
When
come
did
half-assed.
this occur where we were talking about liberating the city? We were just trying to get across the river, and now we're trying to liberate
I
the whole
agree.
city?
I just wanted to get across, but the problem is if you really want to save Gwyleth, the only way I think we should basically the way as the hell's my name Borland the way Borland sees it, yes, 100%. Let's just get across the river. Let's just get to where we're going. Forget about what's happening here in Tharbad. No big deal. Like, whatever happens to Tharbad happens to Tharbad. We can come back across Rivendell. But if we're going to infiltrate the prison, then we have to do it right. That's how Borland's looking at it. But Borland agrees completely. Okay, if you can get us across the river, John and Leaping, do it. And let's move on. We have a mission. We have time-sensitive pressure. We need to get to Moria as quickly as possible. That's how I'm thinking.
Oh.
If you guys want, we could stop here and you guys could ponder it for a week and make a decision.
Well,
don't have
Calriel
to make
says
a
push forth.
decision.
That's what. There's no pondering in his mind.
Yeah.
What's
Valdor?
So what does Calriel want to do?
Valdor is more thinking that the more allies we have, the better we'll be in the long run. And again, he's going to go through. Feels like we're going to burn a bridge if we do it this way. But he sees what Calriel is saying. 4 people versus
our
an
window
entire
is
city.
shrinking here.
Yeah, there's no way we could do this. 4 people and a pony. Sorry, Chester. And yeah, I mean above table. Eric, this doesn't want to get a bunch of shadow points before we get to Moria. So.
There.
Yeah, but I don't think we're being forced to rescue her. It's something that, I agree that it's the heroic thing to do, but I don't think that we're being forced to do it. And we're gonna get Shadow. Just so you guys know, we're gonna get Shadow. Shadow isn't. You don't just get Shadow for like doing something that may be considered quote unquote bad or selfish. You get Shadow from other, ways as well. I mean, my guy in the other game was being heroic and killed a bandit and got Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So
it sounds pretty evil.
Sounds
pretty evil.
To kill a bandit that was attacking us? I don't know.
Wouldn't give you.
Were they armed? Were they armed?
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were armed. Yeah, they were armed. Yeah.
If it was in self-defense, I would not give you a shadow for that.
Well, the argument was that. I think what was the argument? The argument was that regardless if whether or not they were trying to kill us, it's from my character's kind of perspective where it might have been like the harsh thing to do.
I see.
But but that's all I'm saying is that we're not,
right.
It's circumstantial.
Yeah. So from Borland's perspective, like Borland's a mission person. Like let's do everything. Like, if you're gonna do it right. So if we're gonna go try to get Dawes' armor, let's go do it. Forget about Tharbad. Who cares? And if we're going to try to rescue Gwyleth, let's do it right. Let's actually liberate Tharbad because that's the right way to do it. So it depends on what we decide to do. I don't want you guys
to think that.
Yeah.
Calriel isn't like I don't care, but he's just like our window. Our opportunity is closing. The door is closing.
So I do want to clarify something about the time frame that you guys are working in.
Mm-hmm.
You may have misinterpreted what I said about where this is like you need to get this done in like a matter of weeks. This is you're expected to do this in a matter of months.
For Dawes' armor,
the entire mission. Yeah, the entire mission.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably spend. You've already spent like 5 days getting where you are. So,
right,
and you're only halfway there.
So time-wise, logistically, it is reasonable to try to do a mission in Tharbad before we go to Moria.
We're not under as big a time crunch as we're assuming.
Right.
Now,
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Liberating Tharbad is probably going to take a long time. So if that's what you want to do, that's going to take a big chunk.
Yeah, my thing is that
a whole new campaign.
If we've got the opportunity to get across the river, we better take it while we can. That's what I mean. Our windows.
I think Borland agrees with that. I think Borland says yes. If John Leaping's offering this passage, and that is at the expense of leaving Gwyleth in the prison, we should do that. I think Borland agrees with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
I
like
would assume L-Wing would probably side with you guys too. So Felder would just kind of snort a little bit and follow you guys.
John Leaping, get us across this river.
All right, we're going to have to hold up for the rest of the day. I know some places we could probably hide. There's a building over here that's not far from the ferry area, and we can just head there first light.
So can we retrieve Chester and then head that way?
Yeah.
Let's get Chester and go.
Okay.
All right.
As much as I'd love to be able to save everyone, our primary mission.
All right.
This is for the glory of the dwarves. This is for the glory of our lineage. To be honest.
What are you doing with the letter?
I mean, we can make our make our own glory, but yeah, I get you. The letter. What do you say about just leaving it here? Maybe for who it's intended for.
No problem. I'm sure we can just pretend like the lock wasn't broken.
Can we make note of the emblems that are on there?
Good.
Yeah, you found them in your book. So, you would...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right, so since you left the letter for a possible another recipient, then you're going to only gain 1 shadow.
I like how you said that. Okay, so that gives us a clue as to what's kind of going on here. Okay, that's interesting though. Okay,
I just had on my own character sheet, right?
Yep.
Yes. So and the temporary. Yep.
So we have 2 temporary right now, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. What was that all about? Okay.
So the reason you gained that shadow was because you made a commitment to saving Gwyleth, and you're abandoning it at the first moment of difficulty. You're giving up. So
I'm sure Gwyleth will be fine.
No, he's dead.
So so you would have gained. I would have given you 2 if you had destroyed the letter or taken it with you or something like that.
Oh wow! Okay. All right.
That would have been. I mean, you don't know if the letter is about Gwyleth.
Yeah.
It is, but you could have now damned 2 people by destroying the letter.
Wow, that's harsh. Thanks,
all right. So now remember, we're going to stop here with you guys. We'll pick up in the morning. Inside of the the little hideout that John Leaping has for you, and we'll pick it up at first light. You guys making your way across the ferry.
Okay.
I wanted to point out that everyone is now 1 point away from being miserable, I think.
Oh, everyone.
1 point away? What?
So.
Why?
So so everyone has 2 shadow now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh no, Faldor is 2 points away from being miserable. And Borlin is 4 points away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So the moment your hope equals your shadow, you become miserable.
There you go.
Yep.
So I'm close then.
I'm
Okay.
easy.
We still have one fellowship point left if someone wants it.
Yeah. So spend it because you're going to need him next session when it
I
refreshes.
think Elwing is gonna.
I don't
Elwing's
need
gonna
it.
need it.
Yeah.
I'm very hopeful.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
Yeah, I don't
we're
know.
once again
wait,
in the
I
same
didn't-
position where we're like, we need to worry about, do we want to have a
Oh, no,
fellowship
I did
phase?
We don't have any. We will have to go all the way back to Bree if we want to do
Or
that.
Rivendell.
Rivendell.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, since it is your or it is Calriel's like hometown, I will let you use Rivendell as a safe haven.
I mean, we could just game the system then and go to Rivendell right now and then go down.
Well, you're gonna be the same distance, or I think you'll be one hex closer. I think you count when you
Yeah,
measured
but
that
we
out.
won't
I
have
think
to
it's
Yeah,
go through
I use
this
that
again,
little
though.
ruler thing. Yeah,
We won't have to go through this craziness. So there
we
may
just
be
give
something
up
else,
down here.
but
No.
yeah,
200.
it's terrible.
Oh no, it's 200 either way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing from Moria in the center there. Okay, that makes
Well,
sense.
Yeah, you want to do the
Lorien.
west gate.
What's Lorien?
Lorien is where Elwing is from, I believe.
Okay, is that a safe haven?
oh.
Can we get there?
So clear on the other side.
Oh
of
no,
the
no,
map.
no! Wait, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Lorien is not. Elwing is from Mirkwood, which is further.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basic.
fine.
That's basically the same place on the other side of Rivendell from
Yeah.
the mountains.
Yeah.
So
What about Isengard? Is that a good place to hang out?
Can't we just make a home in Moria?
I won't allow you to pass over the Misty Mountains. Without having
we
gone
figured
there.
that. Yeah.
Especially because Mirkwood is not part of this campaign.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's not on this map, is because right now the supplements only cover this westernmost part of the continent.
So the one thing I want to know for sure is, did we already say, hey, definitely Tharbad is never going to be a safe haven for us?
I mean,
say
it
never, but
I kind of feels like we're kind of giving up on it to me.
Okay. I mean, that just like makes it really interesting because we're all hope.
I mean, as of right now, Faldar doesn't really want to come back here again because he knows we've basically axed the help of the Rangers helping us at all now.
I mean, it's not like the Rangers
Calriel
control this
doesn't wanna-
place. It's freaking.
Calriel doesn't wanna
It
go
doesn't
back
matter
to
if they
Rivendell.
control this
world.
It could be somewhere else. They could want to help us, or
It's a
could
den
have.
of thieves.
Do we know
And,
if the Rangers have another stronghold somewhere?
They're like all over the place, aren't they?
Not even a
The
stronghold.
Rangers are based out of the Lone Lands, which is this northern
Up there.
northern area.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a stranger stronghold down there. They're just kind of creeping around down there, right?
Yeah. So essentially, everything from the Grey Havens to Rivendell doesn't really require the assistance of Rangers. Rangers are stopping the monsters and the trolls and goblins and stuff and orcs from pressing into the civilized area in the center of the continent.
I just don't know when we're going to have a fellowship phase, that's all. Which is fine. I have no idea where that's going to happen.
So the assumption with a fellowship phase is that you take roads to get to where you want to go. That you're not traveling across the countryside.
Yep.
So
Yep.
So if you do want to do a fellowship phase in Rivendell, you're
we have to
essentially
take the journey to Rivendell right now.
No, you don't have to do the journey. There's no journey involved. You're not going to accrue weariness or anything like that, but you're going to basically shrug your shoulders and just leave Tharbad and go back the way you came to Bree, and then take the Great East Road all the way to Rivendell, and you'll just magically warp there. You'll be spending like a week or two in Rivendell, relaxing, recuperating, improving yourselves, and
I mean,
And then
whatever you guys. If you guys want to assault a prison and try to rescue this chick in order to
Too
do
late for
that,
that. We
I
already.
don't want to
already
liberate
moved on.
Tharbad. I don't
no,
want. I
because
don't
John's
want to
giving us
No,
the
I've
liberate
never wanted
opportunity
to
to
Tharbad.
do
go back to
that.
Rivendell. So it's not too late. We just
I
have
want
to
to
make
carry
the decision.
on. I feel like we can. I feel like we can make it.
okay, so to help you decide, you're basically going to have wasted 2 weeks if you go to Rivendell.
Yeah.
Because you spent basically a week getting here. You're going to have to spend a week getting back, and then a week getting from Bree to Rivendell. So that's really the only, since the distances are exactly the same to the West Gate, that's really the crux of the issue, besides, the whole situation at Tharbad.
I just don't think liberating Tharbad is reasonable at all. It's
I
not
don't
like an
think
option.
we-
It's not even an option. So it's either we
I don't
continue
know.
on.
We can't do that. No, I think liberating Tharbad is a campaign in and of itself, and that's
Right.
not what we
Right.
should be doing.
Right.
But being able to find a pocket in it somewhere where we can rest for a while
It's
is not a bad
interesting.
idea.
So we have. So just to be clear, we have fellowship, which refreshes every 2 sessions. It can help us recover hope.
Yes,
That's,
but we've been using
can
hope
that
every
carry us? Can that carry us through Moria? That's the question.
Right now, no, I don't think.
No.
I personally don't think we'll make
No
it very far
way.
in Moria first
No,
way. But
we'll
I assume
be
we'll be going
weary
in
in
and out.
Moria. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But I mean, this is just kind of our scouting.
Is it okay if we
Mission right
are
now.
weary in Moria? That's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
Yeah, of
God
course.
said that it's just something you have to deal with in
Okay.
the games.
I think
I mean,
we carry
if you-
on. I don't think we turn around.
Yeah.
That's cowards talk.
Well, if you're looking at the first book of the Lord of the Rings, they they turned around. They turned around to go to Moria since they blocked off the pass, if I remember correctly.
So and also remember that the first fellowship phase in the Fellowship of the Ring
Was it
was
Rivendell?
in Rivendell, yes, and it started right here in the South Downs. Or no, I'm sorry, it was at Weathertop.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, Weathertop, yeah.
That's where Frodo was stabbed, and they had to, he was dying, and they had to get him to Rivendell, and the rest of the group met him there. And he recuperated, and then they continued their journey.
I mean, I think we go to Moria, we tough it out best we can, and then whenever we can't take anymore, we retreat to either Rivendell or Bree.
Sure. I mean, I've already generated an image of my guy possessed by Sauron, so we'll be all right. I'll be all right either way.
Cool. So we're carrying on. We're going to cross the river with John a-leaping tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing great.
Okay, all right.
Nope, that's just me. That's just
Okay.
me.
All right,
Okay.
John, so I guess we decided, yeah, we're going.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we will pick up there next week. I gave you guys your XP, and
Unrelated note, John, what's
Yeah.
the campaign you want to run after this one?
I was thinking Delta Green,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
but I don't know. That's
I
a
don't know what that is.
Cthulhu thing.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like our cross between, it's like the X-Files, but with Cthulhu. So essentially, you are like government agents from various groups.
The X-Files, Cthulhu,
that have
and
been
military?
Well, it could be the military, but you could be a police officer or, like an FBI agent or something like that. And you have been unofficially tasked to investigate these unexplicable events.
Okay.
So it's like a horror game, but
Gotcha.
It's modern day rather than like 1920s like Cthulhu normally is.
Okay. Well, that's still a long ways off, so we don't have to worry about it too long. Okay. All right, I just wondered.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good. We're gonna go across the river with John Leaping, and John Leaping and us. We're all gonna abandon the Rangers, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to, and then yes, we are going to Moria.
Perfect. Let's go to Moria.
All right.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
Zaza.
All you have to do is cross the Swan Fleet once you get out of Tharbad.
Yeah.
I mean, swans are nice. That should be all right.
Actually, they're not. They're
I know.
horrible, horrible creatures.
They are horrible creatures.
They're beautiful, but they're horrible. They've got bad attitudes.
Yeah. They're pretty geese.
Mm-hmm.